played twice during the regular season, and Cheshire won both 16-9 and 13-9. So if you are Cheshire, you figure 10 goals is going to win this game and a championship.
They just claimed that was a pass that went out of play. Now the officials will confer. Cheshire looked at it as though it might be a shot towards goal.
That is Ed Beeben and Gigi Began that were conversing, and George Longyear is the third official today.
Wargo, the goalkeeper, they're going to back off. Very patient as she just tries to select a teammate to clear her defensive half right here.
And Wargo's an interesting story. Second team all-conference this year. Saves about 50% of the shots on the cage. She's had to wait her time playing behind an all-state performer the last couple of years, an all-American performer, and finally getting her opportunity and coming through for the Tigers.
Concannon will take the pass and start down the right side, stick handling off the right. That's a good handle, being contested by Trott. Good pass up to the middle. On the attack is Barry. Barry coming straight on. Carries right-handed, looking for that shooting angle, and she's turned off her path on a nice defensive play by Lauren Como.
A good start is needed, really, for hand. They got behind a week ago 4-0, and that 13-9 loss to the Rams. So a good start to this one. Essential. Hand is not want to have to play from behind and start chasing goals early in this match.
They work it out top of the box. Off to the right now, it's controlled to Brooke Barry. Good patient offense here by Daniel Hand. Opening moments of this first half. Lobbed along. Concannon double teamed on a good slide there defensively. Stauffer able to slow her down.
Yeah, Nicole Stauffer. Big size on the point of that defense. In fact, I think Cheshire has the size advantage. It'll be the quickness of Hand to battle the size and some good strength, especially on the defensive end for Cheshire.
Hobbin plays it back out. Mamali to control. Mamali wearing two different colored socks out there. That's got to be, she must be a little bit superstitious. Switches left-handed and plays it along to Hoban. Hoban trying to roll inside, and again, that defense just too stiff. Good patient offensive display, however, by the Tigers. Not trying to force anything here, Mark.
No, that's what Kevin Sedlecki wants to do. He told me he cannot get into a fast-paced, up-tempo game against the Rams. They are too quick and too fluid in their offense, so they want to make sure that they take their time, get good opportunities.
That was Lauren Cole who had that shot towards goal. May have rang off the side of the post, and back comes Cheshire now. Their second opportunity offensively. Calby in the control off the right. Good pass along. My Jack tried to center it to the top of the crease, and there's a shot that goes in for the score. And Cheshire takes a 1-0 lead. Might have been Levy in the middle who scored that as she scooped up that loose ball. We'll wait the official word. A little scramble out top.
Well, the defense collapsed, but still left the middle open. And I do believe it was Levy. We'll see. But the middle open and the shot one-on-one against Wargo, and it's 1-0 Cheshire.
Comes 3 minutes and 27 seconds into this opening half of play. So Cheshire jumping out to the 1-0 lead. Kind of picked up a loose ball there and was able to put it behind Wargo. It is Levy with the goal. Now Cheshire on a turnover will control it, and here they come again.
And this is what Hand has got to avoid, a deep deficit early.
Stauffer, graceful runner, plays it out. Calbian off the right now. Cheshire's going to set that offense. Good turn out front, quick shot down low. Wargo makes a save off the opportunity by Myja.
We're going to put a penalty down. Then the flag was put away. Wargo with a big save. She is going to have to play well. And again, 50% save rate during the regular season. Not bad at all. First-year starter makes second team all-conference. And the patience they are showing just to work free and get something to move up the field.
Jana Concannon, adept at moving that ball upfield. They're on the attack now. On the run is Barry coming straight on. Good pass. Shot, score. Hannah Johnson able to put it home.
She was All-State a year ago. 16th goal of the season for Hannah Johnson, and a great answer for the Tigers. Giving up that early first goal, they answer quickly and tie this up at 1.
Well, she was left alone and made no mistake right there with the goal, and Daniel Hand has tied it at one time of the goal. 4:29 of this opening half, so it doesn't take long to respond, just about 62 seconds, and boy, that's what you like to see.
And the draw is going to be so critical for both squads in this matchup to see who can maintain and control the possession of the ball and affect tempo of the game.
So 1-1, haven't played 5 minutes yet. Ball went way up in the air. Good scramble for it here to the near side. Ground ball, scooped up and controlled by Johnson. Johnson trying to squeeze through 2 defenders. She does. Continues on her way with a left-handed carry. Now Mamely to control and slows things down. Switches right-handed. They put it back out top to Hoban. Off to the right now to Concannon. Concannon looking inside. Trying to work off the screen. Ball was dislodged. Ground ball. And again, Johnson there to pick it up. She's talented.
And the offense, motion offense, both squads like to run the motion. Lots of screens, lots of picks. They will try to balance and then overload.
They play it out to the right. Mamely to the top quickly. Concannon. Concannon trying to shift past Trot, slowed down. Fronted her nicely. Good time of possession here for Daniel Hand. As you mentioned, that's something they're trying to do here today. Slow down that Cheshire attack. They've been able to do that. Hannah Johnson now turned back. Mamely coming straight on. Looked like she had a shooting angle for a moment. Still carries right-handed.
Yeah, they want to make sure they got an optimum opportunity.
Mamely's going to pull it back out. That defense very disciplined for Cheshire.
They'll run some screens now. Try to find a little soft spot in the middle.
This is Johnson. Makes a nice move, and then the help defense slowed things down as Trot came over to help out Como. The pass, they center it, and the shot goes bouncing up over the cage. It slipped off the stick of Hoban, and they nearly had another one to Daniel Hand.
Good block by the defense that time.
Daniel Hand again showing that patience from behind the goal. They'll try to start the play. They move that familiar X spot. Now Johnson trying to roll. Look at that double D again, slowing her down. Mamely.
Came off and double teamed her for just a moment. Nicole Stauffer helping out.
Concannon the shot towards goal. Nice save is made by Carbone. Cut down the angle nicely, coming out top of that circle, that crease area to make the play. And now Cheshire with a chance.
And Cheshire will try and move it up the field quickly and get into the offensive zone, get it into that area, the shooting area, and take their chances.
Daniel Hand, time of possession about 2.5 minutes, but they come up empty. And now Cheshire with a chance here.
Cheshire won't look to take nearly as long. And when you have so many goal scorers and so many places to go, opportunities, it doesn't take all that long to find something and let it fly.
Chimbrelli had a quick touch. They look for the cutter. They find her, and that shot's going to be blocked away. The defense got a hold of that. And Levy had a chance. And now it's back into the lacrosse stick of war go. That defense collapsed nicely, and the block was made. It might have been Barry who blocked it.
I believe it was Brooke Barry, and she did an outstanding job. First team all-conference. Very aggressive, does a lot of the little things like that you don't see in the stat sheet, and she comes up with a big play.
Now the Tigers trying to push it upfield. This is Cole. Loose ball, top of the crease, and aggressive play by Alexa Carbone to come out. And we're going to get a whistle here, and they're going to turn the possession back to Daniel Hand.
And they're going to bring it back out just to the left of that net, but an open opportunity.
Nice feed. Shot goes deflecting off a player. That was Lucy Edwards with the chance for Daniel Hand. They're on the rebound and they control.
Good look in the middle.
That pass got away from Cole and out of play, and it's back to the Cheshire Rams. 1-1 your score here, 16:05 remaining in the opening quarter. Overcast skies here in West Haven, just off Long Island Sound, just a gorgeous location.
So much going on. We got SCC softball semifinals off in the distance.
Antonio on the run. Yeah, they postponed the baseball semifinals until Saturday right here at Whitey Purick Field. We'll cover those on, well, I don't know if I can give Sporting News a plug. I just did, I guess.
Sure. You know the owner pretty well.
Calbian trying to cut in front. The shot, score. Well, she was untouched as she made the turn there and comes over the top with the goal. That's her first of the game, and Cheshire takes a 2-1 lead.
You're right, unmarked, and you can't allow the potent offense of Cheshire to go unmarked. You have got to you have to, stop ball in basketball. Same thing in lacrosse. You have to stop the player that has possession. Can't score unless you have possession of the ball, and that time she did, and Calbanian tallies and gives the Rams the lead again.
So 2-1 is your score. They will call that an unassisted goal by Kathleen, and it is now Cheshire on top 2-1. Time of that goal, 9 minutes, 39 seconds into this opening half.
And Cheshire has controlled the draw situation here in the first half.
Hoynes will roll around, cuts in front, looking for that shooting angle. Good possession, nice patience, and they play it back behind the goal to Larson.
Christina Garnett coming over defensively, forcing him to play from back at that X spot behind the cage.
Calbian, nice roll, left-handed shot, scores! She's starting to take the game over. And Cheshire scores 2 consecutive quickly here to open up a 2-goal lead at 3-1.
Just a little deked on with the right foot toward the middle. And that had the defender slide just a half a step, and then she rolled back to the left side, had an open opportunity, and beat Wargo for the second time in, less than a minute?
In less than a minute, you're absolutely right. About 47 seconds worth of time off the clock. Kind of a miserable day here in West Haven, Connecticut. And a lot of rain. Had some thunder earlier today. Right now the weather cooperating. Rather nice outside.
If the rain holds off, it's fairly pleasant. The humidity's dropped a little bit. Temperature down, as it always is, a little bit here by the water, by the sound. And the wind, pleasant.
It'll be Brooke Barry and Kathleen Calbian off the face-off. Once we get that, when we get the draw going here. I think they're counting players, making sure Daniel Hand has enough players, and they're going to take one off the field right now, and that is Concannon going to the sideline.
Guess they had more than enough.
And more than enough is right. No flag for too many men, or too many women. Quite an art to win those face-offs. Calbian very good at it, and here they come again. Cheshire on the attack. Boy, they really like to push it up the field, and we got a flag. And it's going to go against Nicole Stauffer, I believe, on the.
I think they're
going to go the other way with that. Yeah.
Tori Rodderman with just a little bit of a slash.
And there's a score. Hoynes able to score, so they take advantage of that misfortunate play. A little bit of a slash there.
The danger time now for Daniel Hand, trailing 4-1. They've given up 3 straight. They've struggled in the draw situation. They've given up possession to Cheshire, and you see the Rams, they're not wasting any time. They're getting in a good position. They're making that defense collapse and finding open spots.
They have now scored a total of 3 goals in just over a minute. That's all starting with the face-off victories. So the 4-1 lead. This is not what Daniel Hand wanted. The play from behind against this talented Cheshire team.
so difficult to play from behind in this sport when you cannot win in the area of the draw.
Ball out of play to the near side. Emma Farrell, terrific athlete at Cheshire High School. Also played field hockey, I do believe, and a good one. Here they come again on the attack. Levy will play it back behind the goal, and is controlled there by Olivia Larson. Now Farrell. Larson got it back. They continue to work that perimeter. Great passing, too. Calbian trying to squeeze through and scores a third. What a shot. Rifles it to the far side.
And again, building that momentum from the left wing coming in, and now going to the right-handed shot. An outstanding play. 4 straight goals. Calbian has 3 straight for Cheshire, and that has forced Kevin Sedlecki to call a timeout.
Yeah, they have scored a total of 4 goals in less than 2 minutes. This barrage started at 9:39 of the half, and, well, it's now 11:31 in, and they have scored 4 consecutive, Mark, and that timeout across the way. And let's see if Daniel Hand can solve this problem. First of all, they need possession, and they're not winning the faceoffs right now.
No, they can't seem to get possession of the ball. They have not only has Cheshire scored in the those 4 goals in a little more than 2 minutes, but Daniel Hand hasn't had the opportunity to counter, and it just starts to pile up. If you're Cheshire, the opportunities, and got to make some defensive adjustments. It looked like in that last set that Daniel Hand was playing a bit of a zone at the top and trying to play a man-to-man, almost like they had 2 or 3 players playing man-to-man in like kind of a box and 2 or 3 situation. And they were chasing, and they got caught leaving the middle open.
Now, I'm not a great mathematician, so you can straighten me out, but I believe this is the 6th time in the SCC girls lacrosse tournament these 2 teams have faced each other in a championship situation. Last time in 2011, Cheshire beating Hand 9-8. Remember, that game was a classic.
Yeah, and it's a 3-2 advantage for Cheshire overall, right? So these have been the powers in the SCC, and right now Cheshire has been on a roll, 2-time defending conference champs, and a very, very strong outfit yet again this year.
Timeout over. Both clubs coming back onto the field. 5-1. Cheshire with the lead over Daniel Hand. And a key face-off upcoming. Looks like Mamely will take the draw this time for Hand. She is a sophomore going up against Kathleen Calbian. Calbian so skilled. Got a quick wrist. Pops it up, trying to win that one, and it's batted away by Mamely. But Cheshire able to control along that back row. Tenenbaum. Trot to control. Boy, they just work it so quickly upfield, Mark.
They do. They get into their spots. They're coming down in lanes, almost like a wave, and now they'll set up. And let's see what the defense does for Daniel Hand. Now they seem to be playing a straight man-to-man.
Stoffer with a shot. Wargo with a save. Wargo with a couple of saves already here in this first half. Could easily be 7-1 right now. Daniel Hand made really a must situation on this possession to change the momentum around. Cheshire scored 4 consecutive. This is Cole with a shift. Might have taken a stick to the head right there.
A whistle. Yeah.
A little high stick.
And it's going to give Brooke Berry an opportunity. Or is that Lauren Cole, actually?
Cole maneuvers in and scores as she bounces it past Carbone. Clever play by Lauren Cole, the sophomore, and Daniel Hand has their second of the game.
Critical play. You talked about it. That possession was critical to stay in this game, and Lauren Cole, the sophomore, picks up her 71st goal. I mean, that is an incredible number.
You did your homework, man. I'll tell you that much, Mark. Didn't work today, huh?
No. This is my love. This is my passion, doing this stuff.
Cheshire control. Levy, and get a stoppage in play. We're going to get a restart here, well away from the goal. Levy on the start. She'll carry right-handed. Picked up defensively by Concannon. Cheshire so dangerous, starting from that X, and they work it out front, and Myjack with a nice spinorama move in the goal, and Cheshire has another one up on the board. They open up a 6-2 lead.
Well, the quick answer by the Rams. They get that goal, and right back to a 4-goal advantage.
Just when you're thinking you're making some headway against this Cheshire team, they come back quickly and respond. Cheshire coming in 14-3 overall, 10-0 in the SCC regular season. They beat number 4 Brantford 19-8 in the semifinals. Daniel Hand able to sneak past Guilford 13-11 in the semifinals, coming in a game over 500.
And in that game, Hand got behind by 4 goals early and had to come storming back. Took control midway through the first half.
Nice save by Carbone on the try by Mamely a second ago. So Cheshire with a restart on the far side. Sammy Trott lobs a pass up. Nicole Stauffer on the attack. Here she comes. Got that long loping stride. Now she'll turn it to the middle and slow things down. Attacker defense, good job of hustling back. Again, Cheshire to start from that dangerous spot from behind the goal. They've been so effective. They've scored 3 of 4 from back there already. This is Farrell. Shifts left-handed. Lobs a pass back behind, and they'll restart with Larson. El Antonio was shut down. Farrell fakes a move inside, pulls it back out. Now she's trying to drive through. Oh, what a pretty move and the shot. And I'll tell you what, that was just a great goal right there by Emma Farrell. Wow.
Well, and you can see 35 goals coming in for Farrell and an outstanding move to get number 36. And this is the balance, Don, that we're talking about. Calbian has 3 goals, but with Farrell, Mykick, Hoynes, Calbian, leave it to 5 different players. Right? 5
different
have goals here in the first half.
Yeah, who do you defend? Pick your poison. 7-2 now. Cheshire on top of Daniel Hand, and they control off the face-off again. Calbian, that face-off percentage got to be about 90% here in this game.
I'm not sure that Hand has won a face-off draw yet. And again, you've got to stop coming in. And nobody's picking her up.
Now now they play it back behind. Hoynes. She has a goal already. Hoynes trying to power her way through. Good drive. And we get a whistle.
Yeah, somebody slashed her coming through. One of the defenders on the double team.
John.
Oh, and that's going to be a yellow card against Barry. She's an aggressive player, a little over-aggressive there, picking up a penalty. And, boy, Hand is in trouble. Down a player and down 5 goals.
Good quick defense right there on the start as Hoynes could never get a shot off or find that shooting angle. We get another whistle. And now Calbian with the start. Calbian carrying right-handed, good shooting lane, and fires and missed the net that time, just wide. Wargo might have got a piece.
Wargo stood tall in that cage. Big save right there, Don.
Yeah, Wargo keeping her squad in it. Now it's awarded back to Daniel Hand. That was Hoynes with the try. Now Daniel Hand trying to clear their defensive half. Down by 5 at 7-2. 8:50 remaining here in the opening half. Feed up through the middle to Concannon. Able to scoop up the ground ball and continue on. Concannon off the right. Calbion's defense, not only offensively is she outstanding, but all the way back to that goal line, extended to shut down that Tiger offense. Oh, what a nifty move. One-on-one challenge and a score. That is Lauren Cole making a move through two defenders, her second of the game.
Talk about an individual effort. How did she slip between the double team? The sophomore making that fabulous move, keeping control of the ball, great body control, patience, everything. 72nd on the year.
Athletic Director John Capone made his way into the press box a few moments ago and gave us a little pat on the back. And good to see John once again, always opening up the facilities here at West Haven High School for the SCC and CIAC tournaments that take place. Certainly a great athletic complex, too.
Oh, fabulous. Fabulous for one school to have such great facilities.
Chris Eberron, a spectacular job keeping these facilities in tip-top shape. Calbion, the pass, little fake, and pulling it back out. There was no shooting angle for Chambrelli, so she pulled it back out. Larson.
It's a free-flowing motion offense for the Rams.
Tell you what, it's really fun to watch.
They get very creative, don't they?
Stauffer now shifting, left-handed carry. Pitched the pass up, kind of forced it through, but they had backers there again. Hoynes back to Cal. Actually, that was Stauffer with a chance, and we get a whistle and a restart here. Infraction against Daniel Hand. Might have been a push.
Sometimes those, just a little bit of contact, it's almost incidental, didn't seem to slow up the player.
Actually, it was called against Cheshire, so excuse me. Daniel Hand on the attack. Hoban trying to pick up a loose ball.
Opportunity here. Hand has not scored two straight in this game.
Trying to slide through his Hoban. Try to force a pass to the top of the crease. It was knocked down and stolen away. Get a stoppage in play here. Some legal stick work. There's a long clear upfield. I don't see a lot of those long passes from Cheshire, but that one was on the money. Now Farrell on the carry. Has a spectacular goal here in this first half. Down to 6:27 remaining in the first half, Mark, and it's been fun.
It seemed to have settled down a little bit for Daniel Hand. The Tigers shoring up the defense a little bit, but they've got to maintain possession at the offensive end.
Calbion, a shifty move. We got a whistle. Calbion's going to get a restart here. Impeded her progress. I think they need a lacrosse ball. They do. .552 remaining in the opening half. Kathleen Calbion directly in front of the goal. Has that quick first step. Shot down low. Wargo able to get a piece. Boy, they needed that save. Another shot down low. Clever shot. Scooped along by Hoynes, but again, Wargo got a piece of it. Kind of rolled that.
Stauffer went really low.
There's another shot and another save by Wargo. She's all over the place. Hoynes with a chance again. Hoynes has been all over the field. This is Barry. Nice shift around Farrell. Farrell with a stick check. Barry able to regain control and starts down the right side. Carries right-handed. They got some numbers right now if they hurry. Shifting left-handed, and she got bumped along, did Brooke Barry. This would be a great opportunity here for Daniel Hand. Like you mentioned, looking to score 2 consecutive goals, Mark.
Yeah, it hasn't happened in this game yet.
Barry straight on the shot, and the save made by Alexa Carbone. Try to beat her 5-hole right there.
Smart goalkeeping.
Cuomo on the run, trying to spin away from the defender. Jack with a goal to control.
Waiting for reinforcements.
Now Calbian. Just about 4 minutes remaining till halftime. This is the opening half of the SCC Girls Lacrosse Championship right here from Ken Strong Stadium on the campus of West Haven High School. Mark Robbins, Don Boyle bringing you all the play-by-play action and our astute staff behind the scenes. Cheshire just showing that patience again. Chambrelli to control. We get another whistle.
Defense by hand has really tightened up the last 7 or 8 minutes.
Chambrelli across that goal line extended now from behind the goal, trying to loop out front. Good distribution of the ball and the score. Valentonio with the goal. Danielle with her first of the game, and Cheshire opens up an 8-3 lead.
The sixth different player to get a goal for the Rams. An incredible amount of balance. And it just goes to the defensive difficulties. You just can't stop everybody. So 5-goal advantage again, and again the Rams keep Hand from scoring 2 consecutive times.
So it's up to an 8-3 lead for Cheshire over Daniel Hand. See that trophy they're playing for across the way at the official scoring table at the 50-yard line. Cheshire trying to bring that home for the 3rd consecutive year, Mark.
Well, they've certainly gotten off to a tremendous start. And again, they've already beaten Hand 2 times this season, limiting the Tigers to 9 goals in each game, 16-9 and 13-9, the scores.
Cheshire again controlling off the face. Stoffer to the front, shot blocked away by the defense on the opportunity by Levy. Get an infraction, however.
And that's the subtleties of the girls' game. Very little contact is allowed.
You have to also give them some space, and there's a rocket. Levy with the goal, her second for Cheshire. She started the scoring way back at the 3:27 mark, and she adds one now at 22:16, if my math is correct, to make it 9-3.
So with a little less than 3 minutes left in this first half, Cheshire starting to build a comfortable advantage. So if you're Hand, you have to look at this as we've got a chance at maybe at winning this draw and maybe getting one more opportunity at a draw, and maybe we can close if you're Daniel Hand with 2 goals to build a little momentum going into the halftime break.
So yet another face-off. It will be Brooke Barry trying to solve Kathleen Calbian's terrific face-off abilities. And this time they do win with Johnson controlling. We've had some highlight reel goals today in this first half of this championship game. Some aggressive play by Trott, stepping up defensively. Took it away from Lauren Cole, and the ball out of play on the far side, and it's awarded back to the Tigers. Or is it going to be Cheshire? No, it'll be the Tigers that control it. Well, Cole's got that spin move working for her today, does a sophomore. You saw the stoppage and play with Trott fronting her right there.
Boy, she is talented from a variety of spots on the field. Watch her work.
Cole played off to the right. Tigers would love one here in the final 2 minutes. Try to turn the momentum around. Talk about things at the half. Now Mamely spinning away from that defense that just shifts over so quickly. They just take that roll move to the front of the goal right away from you. This is Hannah Johnson. Johnson with a nice shift. Good distribution of the pass. It was bobbled. Hoban just couldn't pull the trigger, and Calbian comes back the other way with a good long run.
Got to be quick in the middle. That defense collapses and causes problems.
Farrell off the far left wing. Makes a nice shift. Controls. A lot of the players will stick handle with that ball to either left or right side. Farrell likes to keep it out in front.
Looks like Cheshire wants to milk a little bit of the clock before the end of this first half, before attacking the goal.
Now they're playing some catch with about 60 seconds remaining in the opening half. They have the 9-3 lead. Hoynes controlling. To the top, they work it again. Now they rotate it. Myjack out left. Farrell. Tigers trying to play man-to-man right now, it appears, Mark, for the most part. Everybody trying to pick up a number. Now Farrell rotates out top, and they lob it off to the right wing side. Calbian. Now they'll swing at the Myjack.
Under 30 on the clock. I wonder when they're going to trigger and set the offense in motion.
Myjack takes a look, being confronted by the defense of Ryan.
Got to go.
Down to 10 seconds left. They look for the cutter. Calbian, and she scores. They milk the clock beautifully, and Calbian on the feed from Hoynes, and they score their 10th of the first half.
Well, they did a little muddle huddle up at the point in front of the cage and played from the X in the back, and Calbian came off a screen out of that group of players, and she was wide open.
So Hoynes will pick up the helper on the Calbian goal, her 4th of the first half here in this SCC championship game. It's 10-3.
And they effectively killed the rest of the clock in this half, too.
Well, very impressive first half put together by Cheshire, and the Tigers are going to have to regroup here at halftime. And we got a hit to the head there. Calbian put a stick to the top of the head of one of the Tigers, and hopefully she'll be all right. Took it on the back side. And she's obviously in some pain down there, and hopefully she'll be okay. So with the halftime timeout, Mark, we might as well step aside for a moment. We'll do that right now. We'll come right back here to West Haven High School for the second half of this SCC Girls Lacrosse Championship game. Your halftime score, Cheshire 10, Daniel Hand 3.
Covering like the whole eastern western half of the state right now. Yeah, but it's moving. The storms are moving along the front, so they're not. Could be that by the time the front gets here, the rain will be out of it, or at least the lightning will be. They postponed the SWC. Boys Lacrosse did tomorrow. Yeah, I think they did Division 2 also.
Hey, Andrew? You already did one, right? Yeah, I did it. Andrew, there's 3 minutes, there's 3.5 minutes left on the clock. Yeah, I shot it. And I mentioned Don. I said, oh, by the way. No, no. Okay, we're good. Thank you.
It might be 2:30. Yeah, 2:30. I think. It's all the way around.
You're a true professional.
Hmm?
You're a true professional.
Yeah, we will be. You want us up now? They're still sitting on their butts. Yeah, there's still 30 seconds on that.
Andrew, can you continue to give us a picture for the live stream? All right, welcome right back here to West Haven High School. Mark Robbins, Don Boyle, second half of the girls SCC Lacrosse Championship game. Cheshire and Daniel Hand. Cheshire with a commanding 10-3 lead through one half of play, Mark. And, you know, for Daniel Hand, they've had opportunities, but Alexa Carbone has been terrific in goal. Lindsay Wargo on the flip side for Daniel Hand has kept this game relatively close. I mean, they're within striking distance, if you're optimistic, down by 7.
Look right in the middle of the field, Don. That's where Daniel Hand has to start this rally. They have got to do a better job on the draw and get some consecutive possessions. And they're going to look to Brooke Barry to do just that. Get a start in the middle, get the ball, and then go on the attack.
So we're just about set to start the second half. If you're just tuning in, the Cheshire Rams in the familiar white tops here today. Daniel Hand in their black tops with the gold numerals. As we'll get a start here. It's going to be possession to Daniel Hand to get it going. And hopefully, I believe it was Brooke Barry who got banged up at the end of the first half. They're taking a stick to the back of the head. And Kathleen Calbian is on the sideline right now. So the man advantage, it belongs to Daniel Hand. The Tigers here to start the second half, Mark.
Well, so the penalty came just before the end of the half, and then let's see if the Tigers can take advantage. They need to get something quick.
They play it behind the goal. It was deflected out of play. Tigers will maintain possession here.
Well, they'll rule that a shot. That looked like Brenna Hoban fired on the cage, but it just went high.
Tigers need to play with a little urgency. They were very patient with their offense in the first half. Concannon trying to step through. We get another whistle. We'll get a restart. You get a chance here with the free opportunity coming straight on towards the goaltender, Alexa Carbone. Concannon with a good, quick first step and drives one, scores. Well, she used that quick step right there and took advantage, and Daniel Hand will close the gap to 10-4.
Well, Jana Concannon with a big goal right there. A good start, a little bit of extra momentum now for the Tigers. Getting inside, let's see if they can win the draw straight up. They've had difficulty. They took advantage of the penalty and scored.
They still have the man advantage here. Took them 55 seconds to tally. It's Emma Farrell taking the face-offs for Cheshire, going up against Brooke Barry. Lights have come on here at Ken Strong Stadium in West Haven. Just underway in the second half. Another win for Cheshire. Hoynes quickly to it, will control off the right, guarded there by Concannon. Hoynes will slow it down. They're calling it a yellow card against Calbian down press row here.
Well, and that was something that they're playing a player down now, only 4 on the attack. 5 on the attack, excuse me.
This is Stauffer to control out top. Nicole.
And see, it's a little bit slow, the double team by Hand coming out. They're so spread out. It's a good job by Cheshire, and they're just milking this disadvantage.
That pass will get away from Farrell. It's out of play, and they turn it back to the Daniel Hand Tigers. So the Tigers with a chance to take another nibble out of that 6-goal advantage for Cheshire. Pass up ahead. Hoban on the run. Being chased from behind by Trott. She wasn't trotting. She was in full gallop right there. And Hoban was played physically. We'll get a restart here and a good opportunity for the Tigers. Only got 2 defenders. Back there with the goalkeeper, Carbone. Should be a good shooting angle here for Hoban. And she scores. They had the numbers down low. They take advantage, and Hand has scored now 2 consecutive, and they close the gap to 10-5.
First time in the game that they've been able to do that. They have taken advantage of the penalty. They've taken advantage of their opportunities and gotten inside and done some damage. And now they've built up a little bit of momentum. We'll see just how easy it is for them to keep it, or can Cheshire regain.
Time of that goal, 2:33 in, so they have scored 2 goals now in the first 2:33 of the second half to make it 10-5. Another crucial face-off. Looks like Calabin is out of the sin bit on the far side, back on the field, so we're back to even strength. So Daniel Hand, exceptional job of scoring twice with that man advantage. This is Cola control, shifting to the middle. She's so clever, comes back out right with a little zig and a zag, and they play it up. A shot, tough angle shot, scored by Hoban. She scores 2 consecutive, and all of a sudden Daniel Hand back in it, down 10-6.
And I think that was a case of being so concerned with Lauren Cole that they left Hoban on that right side unattached. She was open, and Cole does a nice job of getting that ball to the open player. And boy, they have snatched the momentum. Hand has grabbed it here early in the second half.
So we get a timeout on the field with the lights on here at West Haven High School, and all of a sudden 3 consecutive by Daniel Hand to start the second half, and they close it to 10-6 mark, and doing a little better job in midfield, taking advantage of opportunities and accurate shooting.
Getting the opportunities, getting space, using some speed to get out there get an opportunity, and they've taken advantage. And these 3 goals have really, I think, caught Cheshire a little bit off guard. Things were pretty easy for the Rams in the first half, and I think now it has become a lot more difficult and given Hand the opportunity and the thought in their minds, and that's more than half what I think in this game. The mental aspect of it, they have the belief now that they're back in the match.
Last year, Cheshire down Guilford 18-9 in the SCC championship game. In 2011, they defeated Hand 9-8. Hand last won a championship in 2010 when they beat Cheshire 14-8. So, you know, these 2 teams are usually here championship time, and they're putting on a pretty good show again today in front of a very boisterous crowd down below, enjoying the action despite the weather.
And the Hand following now is getting their hands together, because Tigers are right back into it, and another opportunity here on the draw.
Boy, if the Tigers could pot another one now. This is Farrell of control off the bounce, off the relatively new carpet here at Ken Strong Stadium. Just about, what, 3-4 years old now?
I think so. That's about right.
4 years to be exact. That's a long time. There's a shot. Oh, Wargo with a big save on a point-blank try by Levy.
She's been terrific between the pipes.
Just what the Tigers needed. Hoynes able to step back and play it back to Belantonio. Defense solid, and the steal by Brooke Barry.
A little frustration that time by Calbian. Lost the ball in the middle. Tried to maybe shoot before she had good control of it.
Barry quickly to it. Now she'll control. Being stick-checked a little by Stauffer. Good feed up ahead. Here they come. Hoban can run. Shifts left-handed. Ball dislodged. Good defensive effort by Trott. She's been all over the field. And she's bumped. We'll get a stoppage in play.
A missed opportunity there for the Tigers. They had numbers, but lost control.
Stauffer on the run. She might be the quickest on the field. Good feed up ahead. The numbers down low. The shot bounced wide by Levy. She's had a couple of chances now over the last couple of minutes, but has not been able to solve Wargo.
A little 2-on-1, but Wargo there. Another big opportunity denied.
Took away that shooting angle. Oh, this is a nice shift and a goal. Hoynes, clever play, and no chance for Wargo on that one, and that will stop the 3-goal run by Daniel Hand. Actually, no goal, and we get a restart, so no goal, and it's back to Daniel Hand. That is a big break for the Tigers right there. Maybe she stepped into the crease. I don't know. I couldn't tell what the infraction was. Mamely now on the attack for the Tigers. They're looking to score again, and they do. What a shift by Hoban to the left side and came over the top and bounced it home. She has scored 3 consecutive here in the second half, Mark.
A natural hat trick. 3 straight. And a big boost. One of those 2-goal swings in less than a minute's time. Just when Cheshire thought it had reestablished itself in this game, it finds its lead cut by another goal.
Had the goal called back. Tigers immediately down the field. They have scored now a total of 4 in a span of 4:49, and it is now 10-7. They've been battling back.
And holding that potent Cheshire offense scoreless through the first, well, not even, as you say, not even 5 minutes gone.
Good look at the face-off combatants, Calbian and Brooke Barry. Brooke Barry is going to win it. Now she'll control it. She's off the right. Tigers doing a lot of the little things very well here to start the second half, Mark.
And controlling the pace and the tempo, and they've spread things out. Well, that time a little bit too far spread.
Offer on the run through the middle of the field. The Rams trying to get something going. That time they score. Levy found the far angle and bounced it home. And Cheshire gets a much-needed goal. to regain a 4-goal advantage at 11-7.
They had to have that for the Rams. They starting to feel like they couldn't do much right when a goal's taken away and you give up 4 straight to start the half. These are two quality teams, and you can't take the opponent lightly.
Stauffer picks up the helper. That is the second goal of the game for Matty Levy. Now Farrell to take this draw for Cheshire against Brooke Barry. Brooke starting to really find her way through that face-off area there. This time it's an elusive bounce. It's going to be scooped up and controlled, and MyJack is on the carry. MyJack, good feet up ahead, good heads-up play. Oh, and a pretty poke check. Oh, they're going to call that illegal stick check, and it's back to Cheshire. Tough break on McLeod.
It is very difficult in the girls' game to stop a rush.
And there's a goal. Well, pretty goal by Hoynes.
She nearly placed it into that top right corner.
Off that free start in Cheshire, all of a sudden putting together a run again. They open up a 12-7 lead. Got to be frustrating for the Tigers. They played so well here in the second half to watch Cheshire score 2 quick ones. Just a reminder, later this week on CPTV Sports, we're going to bring you the SCC Boys Lacrosse Championship game, Fairfield Prep and Guilford, as we take a look at the Jesuits across the way coming in as a #1 seed in the SCC tournament. Guilford seeded #2. That should be a good one. Watch it right here on CPTV Sports.
Well, Cheshire has reestablished control of this game down, and what they've done is they've used their speed and quick strike attack offensively to take back the pace of this game.
Yeah, the gap was closed to 10-7. They've scored 2 consecutive. They led 10-3 at halftime. So still positive here in the early going for the Tigers as they've cut it down to a 5-goal differential. And the Tigers in possession right now. Hannah Johnson, who had a highlight reel goal back in the first half, will control.
Well, they overload this left side.
This is Brooke Barry now. Barry carries right hand, wants a challenge and drives straight on. Slips through the defense and scores! Brooke Barry, the junior.
Very smooth. Slicing in between the defenders. Good low shot.
6:47 time of the tally to make it 12-8. Well, she has been terrific here in the second half.
And goal scored by #22, Brooke Barry.
Big opportunity. A nice answer by the Tigers when you think Cheshire might start to make a real deep run. They get it back to a manageable 4-goal deficit. Not a lot of room for error if you're the Tigers.
Another crucial face-off. Farrell to take it again for Cheshire up against Barry. Ball way up in the air that time. Hoynes will come up with it. Hoynes will carry off the right. She'll slow the pace down, take it behind the goal, and start from the X. Well, it looked like Hoynes for a second had a chance to roll out front. That defense a little late getting there. She didn't recognize it, Mark.
I agree. Wasn't really looking to attack, and that's what happened. I think part of the problem for Cheshire in the second half is they got a little complacent and a little lax offensively.
Calbian shut down by Brooke Barry. Good defense on Calbian. They've held her in check here in the second half. She missed some time as she was penalized for a stick to the head of Brooke Barry. Actually received a yellow card for that. But now she's back out there as Calbian. Calbian out top, stutter step. Had to drive through and deny. Feeds it off the barrel and the shot. Wargo the save. Lindsay Wargo has been the story to this comeback bid. There's a flat-out steal. Terrific work by Hoynes. Cuts in front. Wargo got a leg on it. And now we get a whistle.
Wargo has kept this Tiger team in it. She did it in the first half, and she continues here in the second.
Stauffer with a chance to come straight on. And Wargo stops the bid. Now a steal, another shot, and a goal finally by Maddie Levy after Wargo displayed some terrific goaltending. And Hand just had some unsettled clears, and Cheshire takes advantage.
A bit of a lazy pass, but you have to credit Levy. Started back up the field, turned to look to see where that outlet would go, and wouldn't you know, she was able to step in front and make a clean pick and then score.
8:21 time of the tally. And Levy with another. That's her third of the game.
That was an outstanding individual effort, and it just shows you just don't give up on the play. Thought that a couple of times you might have had a goal if you're Cheshire, and Wargo came up big, and then Levy not to be denied.
Calby didn't like the call by the official to the near side here off that face-off. They award the ball to the Tigers, and here come the Tigers again. Mamley in control of it. Mamley coming off that left side. Stoffer trying to stay with her. Did it rather easily. Now they move it to Hoban. Wind's starting to pick up, at least in the booth here. Maybe someone turned on a fan.
Oh, the door's open.
Oh, that's it.
You want me to close it?
You can close that.
All right.
A little chilly, Mark. Hoban from behind. That's Hannah Johnson now, rather. Looks for the cutter. No, nothing going on. Johnson will continue the carry, right-handed. They give her some space, and she'll work it back out top. Tigers getting into that patient offense now. 15:48 ticking down here in the second half. They trail on the scoreboard 13-8 to this Cheshire Ram team. Tigers making a pretty good effort to try to get back into things. Another big possession here. Concannon.
They got into such a deep hole, though, in the first half that so much effort is exerted. And then it got swallowed up in the middle of that defense.
Kornauer got knocked down on the play. She'll get a free start straight on to the goaltender. Alexa Carbone. Big opportunity here for the Tigers. Cut it back to a 4-goal game. And that defense reacts quickly, and the shot goes well wide, but positioned effectively, the Tigers, as Lauren Cole was closest to it when it went over the back line. And another start for the Tigers here with possession in the offensive half of the field. Lauren Cole, a clever player. Remember the name. She's going to be terrific by the time she's a senior.
Gonna be. 72 goals already done. Sophomore. She's probably going to shatter the school scoring record.
She really has 72. I thought you sure it's not 27. You just
No,
didn't write
72.
That. 72.
Yeah.
That's amazing. There's a shot and a score by Lauren Cole. Another one. Well, she has not disappointed here today. That's her third of the game. It's now, 13-9. They cut it down to a 4-goal deficit again.
Yeah, and the opportunity to, peck away. And, again, you can only score one goal at a time, but you've got to keep that in mind and go back into this draw setup and come away with a victory. And it's not just the player in there fighting for the draw at the initial moment. It's the teammates.
Another face-off. One area the Tigers have improved in here in the second half is winning some face-offs. Good example right there. Players collide, and the Tigers will maintain possession.
Coyne running into Hannah Johnson, and you're right. So Hand with another opportunity, and if they can score again, now you're really looking at a tight match.
Hoban coming straight on. Nice feed up ahead, and the shot, score! They found the cutter. That was Lucy Edwards, and all of a sudden the Tigers have made it a 3-goal game at 13-10.
Yeah.
That was a pretty pass.
Outstanding vision and a great cut by Edwards, and she was left alone. It was a little 2-on-1 numbers advantage and a great pass and the goal, and this is significant. First time in 3 games against Cheshire this year, Don, that Hand has been able to score more than 9.
You're absolutely correct with that one. So 13-10 you score. So Hoban with a terrific pass. And making no mistake, Lucy Edwards. All the result of the face-off victory there, Mark, and the chance to work towards goal.
Still 14 minutes left, a ton of time. But you've got a veteran team in Cheshire. They have the ability now, what I love about this Cheshire offense, they have the quick strike ability and the ability to work the clock.
Hoynes being double teamed. Stauffer now. The Farrell. Farrell straight on. Nice distribution. The shot. Wargo again. Another save stopping Levy. Right off the post.
Outstanding job by Lindsey Wargo. Stayed tight to that near post. Didn't give up the angle. Didn't give up the corner. And boy, here come the Tigers again.
Brooke Barry on the run. Carries right-handed. Hofer with the stick check. Barry got it back. Into the middle now is Hoban. Hoban trying to squeeze through. Shot, score! She goes high over Carbone, and the Tigers have another one. That's a 3-goal run.
What a comeback. What grit and determination from this Daniel Hand team. And they are getting really good looks at the cage, Don. The defense for Cheshire has let this Rams team down a bit. They are playing much too loosely.
They have outscored Cheshire here in the second half, 8-3. They cut the gap down to 13-11. They went on a 4-goal run to start the quarter, or the half, I should say, and they have now added another 3-goal run, which began at the 9:30 mark. Scored 9:30 in, and now they have scored 3 times in just over 2 minutes. And the Tigers are going to regain possession again off the faceoff. Cheshire dominated in that category in the first half, and really the result, their halftime lead at 10-3. And Brooke Barry has been magnificent here along with her teammates.
How about the crisp passing?
Concannon coming straight on. Nice distribution and a quick shot, score! Kind of rolled off the stick and in. Cronauer with the goal. And it's 13-12.
Boy, did they move the ball up the field quickly. They did it with crisp passing, Don. They moved it from the near side to the far wide side. Got the goal, a one-timer from Paige Cronauer.
Kind of rolled off her lacrosse stick and behind Carbone. And all of a sudden it's a 1-goal game. 12:41 remaining. At the half, it looked like the Tigers would have to go into some sort of desperation mode, Mark, but they have just come out and played consistently.
They have played much better at both ends of the field than Cheshire here in the second half. They have just dominated both ends.
But
and Wargo in the middle has been tremendous.
She really has. She has shut down this Cheshire offense in the second half. Kathleen Calby in the control. She had 4 in the first half. She's been held off the tally sheet here in the second half. Farrell coming straight on. Nice move. Farrell over the top, shot, scores, and that will stop the 4-goal run.
We got a whistle.
So wipe it out. Farrell will get a free start here, straight on.
Again, the subtleties of this sport. Just a little bit of contact that really obviously didn't impede Farrell in the least.
I was just going to mention this. It's interesting that they don't use continuation, and Farrell will sling that one side-armed. Pass, Wargo. She changed the plane just enough, and Wargo couldn't make the stop on that one.
Boy, that's a clutch goal from Farrell and a big-time stop of the momentum by Cheshire.
13-10 in. We get a timeout down below. We'll step aside from Ken Strong Stadium here in West Haven, Connecticut. Your score in the second half, 14-12. Cheshire holding on to the lead over Daniel Hand. You're watching the SCC Girls Lacrosse Championship game.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Hold on. I got papers if you want.
Hold on for just a second.
We're in a timeout here. We got
Yeah. Take your time.
Tonight's championship game. Be sure to stick around for the award ceremony, which will take place at midfield.
Which one do you want to do? Eyewitness News is always on at WFSB.com, at your desktop, or on the go. Channel 3 is delivering local news when and where you want it. Eyewitness News is on your side. And I'll tell you right now, and on the side of Daniel Hanna's momentum here in the second half, Mark, as they have put forth a terrific effort to make it interesting, and Cheshire trying to figure out a way, as we take a look at the sideline, how to slow down this Tiger attack.
Well, and that last goal certainly helps a little bit, but we'll see. This has been a ferocious Tiger attack in the second half, and they have fought nearly all the way back from their 7-goal deficit at the break.
Timeout just about over. Good look at both teams as they zig and zag back onto the field to their respective positions. Got a face-off upcoming. Farrell scored just prior to the timeout to make it 14-12. Daniel Hand has come all the way back from a 10-3 deficit at halftime. Down by 2. Farrell, who just scored, will take the draw here. Bats it ahead. It's still up in the air, and it's going to be controlled by Hoynes. And a little touchy play there by the Tigers. We'll get another free start here for Hoynes and company. Hoynes off the right. Looking out front, nothing going on. He had Levy out there, who's so dangerous on top of that crease.
See the poise now in effect for Cheshire.
Farrell trying to roll through, could not. This is a big defensive stand for the Tigers. Calbian with a shot. Drifted just wide of the far post.
Credit Wargo coming out again, making that angle difficult.
Yeah, she certainly has a knack to cut down that angle. She's quick. Very good down low and shots down low. She's made many saves on shots down low. Farrell wants to get a running start. On the drive, the shot scored. Well, she used the defender as a screen and whistles it home. And
That's a really smart play, Don.
Get that lead back to 3, Mark, at 15-12.
And while there is a lot of balance in those 5 more, 30-plus goal scorers for the Rams, they have started to run their offense through Farrell. And she has been the one that they have given the ball to, and they're it's almost a clear-out situation for Emma Farrell.
3 goals now for Farrell in the game. Calbian leading the offensive attack for Cheshire with 4, all back in the first half. And Cheshire to control off that face-off again. Myjack off the right. I really like Myjack when she sets up behind the goal. She really is a dangerous player from there, distributing the ball, and has a nice move to the front.
Well, looks like the old Farmers offense as they spread things out for a moment. Let's see if they work it toward Farrell again.
Hoynes had it knocked away in a stick check, picked up by Calbian, and stick checked away again, but we'll get a stoppage in play on that one. That stick might have been a little too high into the face of Calbian. She gets a free start straight on. Tigers do have a couple defenders back. I say advantage Kathleen Calbian here. Can Wargo come up with another big stop?
See how far she comes out.
Calbian will start left-handed. Everybody settled. Looks for the angle. Wargo makes a save. Point blank. And Cheshire's going to maintain possession here. They had possession at the whistle. It's interesting they don't have continuation of play with the advantage going to the team that's in possession when the call's against the opposition on occasion.
They're going to be a little more patient now. Here's Farrell, and she's been rolling both ways.
Stick check stolen away this time. Mamely in control. On the run. Tigers down by 3 at 15-12. Down under 10 minutes left. Down under 9 minutes left now with 8:58 and ticking down. Big possession for Daniel Hand. Can they cut it back to a 2-goal deficit? Jana Kincannon the control. Get a stoppage in play, and we'll get another restart here. Clock continues to tick.
Had too many defenders in there. Now they have to come back out and reset.
This is Brooke Barry. Barry trotting along Makes a nice shift. Was denied. That defense so strong. Good circle on the cut. Trying to look for that shooting lane was Edwards and was just shut down by that Cheshire defense.
Oh, she kind of ran right into traffic.
Played out to the right side. Cuomo to control, and her pass will get away. Unsettled clear there, and they turn it right back to Daniel Hand.
Well, the turnover might prove costly, and Hand has certainly done a nice job in the second half making Cheshire pay for its mistakes, whether they be turnover or penalty.
Let's see if they can do that again here with Hoban to control. Hoban takes a look around. Had that head on a swivel. Find the trailer. That is Brooke Barry. Barry coming right into the heat of things. Calbian slowed her down, so smart play by Brooke Barry to pull it back out. Down under 7.5 minutes remaining here in the second half. 15-12. It's been a good one. Daniel Hand with a ferocious comeback bid here in the second half. Can they complete the deal? Mamely shut down. Stover just too tall and wide for her there. She not wide in body. She's very slender, but I'll tell you what, she knows how to spread out, got those long arms, and really takes a lot of space away. Now Barry from behind. Got those quick steps, too. There's the pass. Good cut score. Concannon will put it home, and it's back to a 2-goal game.
Nice vision and the cut again. Concannon doing a nice job and getting into the middle and finding that open space and opportunity.
So Daniel Hand scores another one. 18:04 into the second half. 15-13, 6:56 left. Boy, if they win a face-off here and they tally, this place is going to go bananas. Crucial face-off. Farrell to take it again for Cheshire. She's taken the majority of the face-offs here in the second half, going up against Erin Mamely. And it's a good win, and here they come on the attack. It's Hoynes. Hoynes able to slip past all the defenders, challenging one-on-one, and Wargo makes a save.
Kept Hand in the game for the rest of the way with that save right there, Don.
That was spectacular. She never flinched. And she went up against a very clever player in Hoynes.
A senior with 37 goals coming in, and the opportunity was right there, point blank, and Wargo was up to that challenge.
Riccio just stripped. My Jack to control. Cheshire back in possession. Clock certainly in their favor. Scoreboard in their favor with a 15-13 lead, and they have possession here. Now they'll take some time off that clock as they work the perimeter again. This is where they can be dangerous, too, with that lead. Milking that lead there, Mark, a little bit. They pass so effectively.
They do, and they do a good job of spreading the defense. And they'll run their motion. They'll run their screens. They'll pass it around. They're crisp on the attack, whether it's fast-paced or in a little bit of slowdown. The passing is accurate.
Calbian to control on the far side. Tigers all trying to find a player to guard. Calbian just taking her time now. Has a little bit of space, about 5 yards to work with on the defender. Wants to come on inside. Able to turn inside. Carries left hand. The shot score. Kathleen Calbian one to isolate and works it effectively. And Cheshire scores a much-needed goal to open up a 3-goal advantage now at 16-13.
They waited and waited and worked until the middle of the defense opened up, and Calbian was able to get inside, and she had a shooting zone and a lane to the goal.
So Calbian with her 5th of the game. She had 4 consecutive way back in that first half from the 9:30 mark to the 12:50 mark. Really took things over at that time.
Still time, though. We've seen Hand score in bunches, and they scored a bunch in the first 5 minutes of this match, of the second half.
They scored a total of 4. They're awarded the ball here on the infraction by Maddie Levy. So they get another free start, an opportunity on the roll ahead by Mamely.
And no more room for error if you're the Tigers.
Defense has to play some shutdown defense, too. You can't trade them back and forth. This is Hannah Johnson. Johnson coming off the right. She is a senior for the Tigers. She'll carry behind the goal to start from the X, and now she'll feed it off. Brooke Barry. Barry comes out top. There's that motion offense displayed by the Tigers. Barry trying to duck through, and we get a whistle again as they took away space, and we'll get another free start here. Barry with a chance. She'll shoot it left-handed if she gets the chance to do that. That's her strong side. Carbone the set. Wants that shot to go high. And great play. Stauffer came over and just deflected the ball away. But again, we get a whistle on the slash. And she's going to be penalized for that. And she's going to go to the sideline and an opportunity with the man up now for the Tigers.
Well, it was a touch foul. But the slash is called, and an opportunity for 2 minutes now.
Brooke Barry comes straight on the shot. Carbone makes her finest save. Boy, that was much needed. Now Hoban from behind the goal for the Tigers. Mamely tried to feed it through, force it through the middle. It's a free ball, ground ball, and it's going to be scooped up and controlled by Cheshire. That was Cuomo coming up to make a nice play. What a stop by Alexa Carbone a moment ago. That could have been the game saver right there.
It might have been for Daniel Hand. They'll look back at many in the first half, but that possession here in the second half and wonder if they could have scored, what this game might have turned into.
Cuomo to control now for Cheshire, down under 3.5 remaining. They have a 3-goal lead at 16-13. Both keepers have been spectacular today. Farrell nearly had the ball dislodged. It is dislodged. It's to the ground. And great recovery, and now we get a whistle on a push, and it's awarded back to Brenna Hoban. Tigers have had a lot of calls go their way here in the second half, Mark.
And they've taken advantage of most of them.
They have some numbers if they hurry. Of course, they have the man-up advantage. Stouffer on the sideline. This is Hoban with a free start. Quite a ways away, however. That defense will be able to converge, and they do. Try to feed it across. It's deflected. And it's going to be picked up on a bounce. Kornauer, who has scored. With a touch. Now Mamely pulls it back out. Down to 2:27 remain. They find the cutter free. Out front. Score! They had another one. Hannah Johnson with a great shot on a difficult pass to catch and a quick turn, and all of a sudden it's a 2-goal game again.
Time remaining. The critical draw coming up.
And goal scored by number 16, Hannah Johnson, assisted by number 24, Erin Mamely.
So Johnson now with a couple of goals in the afternoon into the early evening. There's a 2-goal game with 2:23 left. Stauffer still on that sideline. Man advantage still in favor of the Tigers, but good work by the Cheshire Rams to control that crucial face-off. Out to the right side to Sammy Trott and fed up ahead.
Coin will go to the back, I'm sure.
Indeed, you're absolutely right. And stick check, restart from behind the goal. Not much damage done there as Brooke Barry trying to play some tough defense. Hoyne has had some timely goals today. She's been one of those players been able to switch the momentum of this game when the Tigers think they've made a pretty good run at it all. And they have made a terrific run at it. Calby, another gifted player for Cheshire. This is Farrell.
I think if you're Hand, you got to come out. You got to try and double team, be a little bit more aggressive, and take the risk. But you need the ball.
Cheshire doing an effective job now of working all around the perimeter.
They're an outstanding passing team.
Stauffer is back, by the way, and she's in possession behind. Teams at even strength here. About 63 seconds remaining. Cheshire holding on to the 2-goal lead at 16-14. It looked like it might be a wipeout at halftime, but the Tigers, with a gallant effort here in the second half, have closed it down to a 2-goal game. Well, a stoppage and play and a free start for Calbian on the far side. Cheshire not in a hurry to shoot it, that's for sure, and then give up possession, Mark. They just want to work it effectively. A little game of keep away right now.
And they are spread out so nicely, and they've got this type of four-corner offense.
Cheshire looking to win their third consecutive SCC championship, down to 29 seconds remaining. You want to stay tuned to our post-game show. Mark Robbins will talk to the star of the game as part of our post-game procedures. Oh, it's a big check there by Christina Garnett, one of the captains for the Tigers. Down to 15 seconds remaining. And Cheshire's going to win their third consecutive SCC championship. There's a shot scored by Calbian. She has 6 goals on the afternoon, does Calbian, as she has scored 2 late here in the second half. And, boy, she has come to life with 9 seconds left. And that's just going to put a cap on this one. 17-14 is your score. Cheshire on top. 6 goals for Calbian today. Kathleen has been outstanding.
A terrific performance by her. Great, lot of grit and determination from both squads in a game in which there was domination for a period of time by each side, and the other was able to counter that.
So that's going to do it. Cheshire's going to win the 2013 SCC Girls Lacrosse Championship. It was a hard-fought battle. They outlast Daniel Hand 17-14, Mark, but give credit to the Tigers. What a second half they played.
Boy, without that effort, there wouldn't have been a competitive second half, and a tight one to boot. The Tigers came out, changed up things in the second half, and did a great job. First half controlled by Cheshire, and that was the problem that Kevin Sidlecki thought about. Getting behind, didn't want to have to play from the catch-up role, had to, and his Tigers did a nice job. But credit Cheshire, the Rams are a potent team. They showed their balance in the first half with 6 different players getting goals.
7th SCC championship. Now 3 in a row for Cheshire. We'll step aside. Your final, 17-14, Cheshire over Daniel Hand. Back with the post-game comments right here on CPTV Sports. Good job, Mark. Huh? Yeah, Calbian's good. Yeah. Okay, they're going to do Kathleen Calbian. K-A-T-H-L-E-E-N. And Calbian, K-A-L-B-I-A-N. She's a senior. And she had 6 goals today. Yeah. If you can just continue to feed me picture, that'd be great for the stream, Andrew. Yep. What, color bars? Can you do picture? No? Wide shot or something? Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, that's more what we kind of look for when we're doing the streaming part of it. So, you know, when you go into your type of breaks, if you can go wide shot, then if you need to dip the black, obviously for a for a starting point or end point, you can do that, obviously, but. How's it going? Okay, what are you going to need from me up here, Andrew? Send it down. Well, okay. Okay. Okay, so you want the in and the out? Okay. Mm-hmm. When I send it down to Mark, she can stop the stream. Yep. So I'll do the open. It's okay if it stays on. I'll do the open, coming back, and then when I close it out, she can stop the stream. That'd be perfect. Okay. Back here at Ken Strong Stadium in West Haven, Connecticut, what a finale to the SCC lacrosse season. Girls champion Cheshire for the third consecutive year with a 17-14 win over the Daniel Hand Tigers. At the half, Cheshire had the 10-3 lead. Hand came roaring back. They started quickly in the second half with 4 consecutive. Got as close as 15-13 late, and then Cheshire went back to work, and they win by 3, winning their third consecutive championship with the victory, 17-14. We go down to the field now. Kathleen Caliban alongside our own Mark Robbins.
All right. Okay. Bye. Get this going.
All right, thank you, Mark. And what a performance today by Cheshire, the top seed in this tournament, defeating Daniel Hand 17-14.